24 Sky, you need to go to the 24 hub server, or when it gets added to ATC 24, ATC 24 resources. Go to the latest release, select which client you are using. We'll start with EuroScope. Download it. And extract it. Once that's done, open EuroScope. And cancel on the profile menu. Click on open sector by default. Load sector file in downloads or in the place you have extracted 24 Sky to. Open the folder, select the ATC 24 sector file. If you go to other settings and display settings, you'll be able to enable select VORs, NDBs, runways, fixes, boundaries, and SMRs. Click apply and OK. It will all load. You can enable and disable from the same menu specific ones. For example, you can disable all the SMRs except Rockford. To save this, click save, and you can save it as a ASR file, for example in this case Rockford SMR. I recommend saving it a profile so that it's easier for you to load when you close or load up 24 Sky again or EuroScope. You just simply click open and Rockford SMR. To set up the extended center line, I recommend using a setup of 0 to 8 with the start DME for range text be 0 and enable show extended center line for active arrival runways only. Press OK. To enable the runway now, click on the runway icon, enable the airport you are controlling and the runway you are using for departure and arrival. Click OK. You now have a nice extended centerline which you can use to vector aircraft in. If you go back to the EuroScope download folder, you can go on 24 Sky and 24sky.exe. This may be flagged by your antivirus, but I can assure you I'm about to release the open source code so that anyone can look at the code to make sure it's actually not a virus. It isn't. It will say starting backend, waiting for EuroScope connection. It'll wait for, it was mainly built for EuroScope, not for Aurora. So on the Aurora version it will say EuroScope connection. It doesn't matter. Click on EuroScope, click connect. Type in your call sign, which might be India Romeo Charlie Charlie for Rockford Centre. Set your facility to centre. Your rating shouldn't matter too much. You can select anything. The server should be 127.0.0.1, which is the fallback for localhost. On Chick connect to VATSIM. Your real name, certificate and password can be literally anything. And click connect. Log off time is empty. Do you want to continue without it? Yes. Close. Aircraft should now start appearing. All aircraft do have Squawk 1000, so if you do double click an aircraft to see its call sign and other information, it might say dupe, which as a radar controller can be a little bit annoying. All you do is you go to general settings, and to correlate squawk mode for S mode transponders, set it to 1000. Click OK. The dupe should now disappear, but this will prevent you from auto-generating a squawk. If you are using a plugin like VSMR, which I can demonstrate now, or ground radar plugin, you should be able to assume the aircraft as well. To create, for example, a SMR radar display with VSMR, click on Sector, New SMR radar display, and all the aircraft should begin to appear. You set your airport, which is in my case Rockford. You can create windows, open windows, but it's not very useful currently. Click on display settings and regions to enable a region. In VSMR, you can right click and click assume to assume the aircraft. If you have the S mode set to 1000, it will not give you a new squawk, you just have to assign them 1000. If you do not have it set, it should assign to each aircraft a new squawk, theoretically. That is if it has a flight plan. If it does not have a flight plan, just type .am and click on the aircraft call sign. Click OK, and now it should, and if you click F9 and click on an aircraft, it should assign it a brand new squawk. Same goes with this Qantas. We'll do .am. We'll assign it we'll create a flight plan and assign it a new squawk, and it should appear now, which its new squawk is 2655. You set its status without setting its squawk on VSMR, which is a very nice, neat feature. It will not be shared with other controllers yet until the next few updates. Now, moving on to Aurora. To install Aurora, the Aurora add-on enable download Aurora 2.2.3, extract it. In this case, it's 2.2.3. That's the current version at the time of recording. It may be newer. Extract it and find. You can open Aurora at this time, which I should have. Open Aurora, log in, open Task Manager, and do try find Aurora. Go to Sector Files, and then from your Aurora 2.2.3, copy the ATC24 folder and 24 ISC file, and paste it into your sector files. Cut your ATC24 folder and put it in your include. For me, this is not the first time I've installed it, so I will just replace it with the latest version. Go to sector and load the ATC24 sector. Just like EuroScope, to start it, you open 24sky and 24sky.exe. It may flag, and you click more info, run anyway. Start processor, it will say waiting for EuroScope connection, because it was originally built for EuroScope. Settings icon, enable or type in what your call sign is, and disable connect to voice for your server. Set it to 127.0.0.0.1. Save, connect. Aircraft should now begin appearing. Yep, there you go. Aircraft are now appearing. Right click to assume. Or you should, well, assuming apparently doesn't work on here, but all the aircraft should appear. I think that's about it, to be fair. Maybe go to, if you go to airports, and then find Rockford, you can enable which runways you're using for departure and arrival, and it should automatically give you the same extended centerline that you have in EuroScope, but it's a bit longer. Thanks for watching. There's not much more to it. I mean, what are you expecting from me? Perfect. Just to disconnect, close, perfect.